This conversation for a lot of men is a difficult conversation to have. And the title is called Inappropriately Touched because, unfortunately, for a lot of men, we hate to have this conversation with anyone. We don't really talk about our feelings as men to begin with because we're looked at as being that strong provider. A man isn't supposed to have feelings. However, a lot of us do. For the men out there that feel as if you have nowhere to turn and nobody to talk to, please consider this a safe space for everybody else only looking for food. You don't care about these chats. We're going to give you time to go. This is for my kings out there. My kings out there that continue to suffer in silence. And unfortunately, a lot of it plays out in public. It's one thing to be able to react when you can see physical tears, like you can see those raw emotions come out of another individual. Like then you know that you can go up to that person. Hey, are you okay? What's going on? Do you want to talk? Like you can be there for that somebody and probably help them in a time of need. But what of the individuals, what of the men that do cry on the inside? That cry when they take that shower? Because that's the only place, the only time that they feel that they are safe enough to let those raw emotions that they grew up with show. They show up in the moment when he's alone, in the moment when he's in that shower. The wetness will just conceal the tears. You don't know what a man is going through unless he comes out and says something. And it's hard because a man does not properly learn how to love when he's being touched by individuals or someone who says they love him. It's hard to understand what love truly is when all you've ever known was abuse in form of love. Doesn't matter how close of a relative it comes from, how close of a family friend it comes from. The fact is, it came all the same. Nothing that you've ever asked for, but something that happened repeatedly to the point a young mind almost thought that that was normal, that was okay. And it wasn't until later on in life did you learn that it wasn't. And now you have to process all of those emotions, all of those feelings that you went through. You have to process that on your own. Now there's hotlines, and I'm definitely going to leave some hotlines, confidential calls that men you can make if you need someone to talk to, if you feel like there's no one else to talk to, but you do not have to deal with it on your own. Let me tell you what else happens. And unfortunately, I've seen this one time, too many growing up and heard too many stories, and it sucks every single time. A man that goes through life as a young boy, that's being touched as a young boy, as he grows, thinking that that is normal, how he treats others in his relationships plays out in a very violent way, in a very abusive way. And no, we do not use that as an excuse for what you do to somebody else, because wrong is wrong at the end of the day, but it does happen. It does play out that way. And a lot of times, more times than not, it plays out that way in his life for the poor decisions that he makes going forward, where he believes the hurt and pain he went through, he needs to inflict upon somebody else. So he can create balance right here in his own mind, as if it's normal. Hurt people, that's what they say. A man must heal before he can go on in this thing called life. Life is already hard enough. A man has to heal. And that's why these hotlines do exist. That's why a loving spouse does exist. Someone that you actually can talk to. They don't know what it is that you're going through, what demons that you're fighting on a consistent basis. These demons that you're fighting, that you're carrying on with you to work, to church, to friends' homes, to relatives' homes, for the way that you talk to people, the way that you interact with somebody else. The demons that you are fighting behind those walls, the walls within you every single day, trying to make sense of what you've gone through, trying to figure it out, trying to put two and two together to figure out how you can go through life and be something for anyone else when you can't even be enough for yourself because of the life that you've lived. And that's hard. And that's difficult. I need for you men to stop for a moment and seek some type of counsel, some way to be able to let out what has happened to you as a child and to deal with those raw emotions and those raw feelings so you can better process life right now and going forward so you can be better for you at the end of the day. Because once you are better for you, this vessel right here, once you are giving yourself 150% daily, once you can get back to that point, then you can be something for someone else. You can be able to properly learn how to love someone else. To understand the difference between right and wrong based on your actions, based on the words you choose to use, so you can do better for those around you. But you can't possibly do anything for those around you if you are in pain, if you are still hurting, if you're still battling those demons. What happened to you as a child was never right, and it should never have happened. Family, I'm sorry for what it is that you are going through, for what it is that you cannot talk about, because you're looked at as you're supposed to be the hero. You're supposed to be the strong vessel. You are supposed to be the man. You can't have emotions. That's all you've ever known. So you are fighting every single day with who you are, trying to identify yourself, trying to be everything for everyone, and you can't even make yourself whole. So how do you do that? It's one day at a time. I don't care what anybody says to you. It's one day at a time. I have friends who have gone through similar situations. I have friends that are not here today because of how they chose to deal with past trauma, and they didn't want to be here any longer. You hear what I'm saying to you? The thoughts that run through your mind after you've dealt with something like that pain, that anger, that frustration, that hurt, that break, that's a soul break, that break right there. And you're like, I cannot deal with what is coming my way right now. I'm still trying to deal with this. I don't know where to run. I don't know who to talk to. Do not know who to call. I don't know what to do next. I'm trying to figure this out the best way that I can. That is what you're going through. Fam, I need for you to check, just to do a wellness check on family members at this point in time. I need for you to pick up the phone. Don't text. Don't do that. I need for you to pick up the phone. I need for you to go to the homes of, the men that are in your families and just do a wellness check. We don't know what it is that they're going through. We have no idea whatsoever. We just see them living day to day as if everything is normal, and it's not. It is not. It is not okay for them right now. But they don't show it. They will keep it suppressed. They will keep it hidden. They will block out everything on the outside just so they can get through another day. But we don't know what their tomorrow is going to look like. And we don't know if they're having those thoughts of not wanting to be here anymore because of what they dealt with in the past. We don't know. But please do a wellness check. And kings that are watching this right now, please take a moment for yourselves. Do the research. Make the phone calls. Stop for a moment just to collect who you are. Sometimes even to figure out who you are. You mean too much to this world. You hear what I'm saying to you? Too much to those around you. Too much to your kids, to yourselves, to your friends. We all need you, family. We all need you. And you're battling something in silence right now. You're battling a type of darkness where you feel as if you're never going to see the light, or if light is never ever going to shine through, or if you're never going to catch that break in life where you could actually just breathe because you've been holding on to pain, to trauma for so long. You just want that moment to be a man. You want that moment to just be you and to proceed forward. You want that. We just have to take the physical steps to get there. And I know I have fam out there right now watching this very video. And in the comment section, they're gonna be like, Daym, I went through something similar. This is how I was able to get through. This is how we help one another. Like, I come to this channel now, not just to bring you the food reviews and the fun and the entertainment, but just off of, again, the stories that have been shared with me, be it in the comment section, be it through the emails that I've been receiving, and they're like, Daym, you don't know how much this has helped. Now I feel like it's my job to do my due diligence to make sure that I talk about the things that are difficult on this channel. To make sure we have this, because I don't know who we're going to save along the way. But I tell you, if it's one person, we're going in the right direction. So if it's one person that can take this video and say, Daym, this very video has helped me to be able to reach out to someone to figure out these demons that I'm dealing with right now, so I can be whole, so I can be complete. And it's not an overnight process. It's not a 1 week process. It's not a 1 month process. You won't get through it in the first year. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. But you will come out on the other side. And that light that I said you did not see in the darkness, it will begin to break through. You will have better days going forward the moment you allow yourself to deal with what you've dealt with, to currently deal with what you've dealt with. Kings, and I call you kings, not just men, kings, because that's exactly what each and every last one of you are, what we are. We are kings, all of us. You gotta love yourselves again, all over, from scratch sometimes, from scratch. Hit the reset button on life. Love yourselves again. You've done nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying to you? What happened to you as a child, you've done nothing wrong. You've carried that to this point right here. And you've broke. I don't know how many times you broke along the way, but you broke along the way. It happened. And you just put on your suit and tie and jumped into your vehicle and started another day, got to work to provide for the family. With all of your past trauma that you've been dealing with, that will come up. The same way PTSD comes up for those that understood war and what it was and what it continues to be for them, and the violence. And it just takes something as light as a firework to set them off all over again. What you've gone through as a child, what you're dealing with mentally today, we can seek some help for, if that's what you want. I can't seek it for you. I can only give you the information that I've looked up, and I'm going to put it in the details below for you, in the description below. But I want you to seek that help. You know what I'm saying to you, family? I want that for you, because I want your days to become a little bit lighter, because that burden that's weighing heavy on your chest, I need for us to figure out a way to lift that just a little bit, just so things can get a little bit better for you. Just so things can get, I apologize, yo. It's going ham, bologna, and cheese over here, and calm down with the messages. Just so things can get better for you, family. That's what I want. I know the holidays are coming around. Things can be tough around the holidays. And, we'll have a conversation about that another time, because I know holidays are rough for a lot of family members out there. But for my kings, for my men, for the fellas out there, this is the conversation that I'm having with you right now. And I could have swore I hit vibrate on that. Like, what are we doing? My apologies. I just want things to get better for you. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm ending the video here. I greatly appreciate every last one of you that tune in. Even though I'm always talking to the men in these videos more times than not, we're tuning in together. We're figuring this out together. We're working together, and I'm with you. I love you. It's your boy Daym Drops. I'll holler to the next video.